Shalom, shalom. Infinite praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Machakwadash. Peace and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the true teachers of all Israel. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Coming with another lesson, quick hit lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Machakwadash. With this article from Daily Mail, came out on November 18th, 2021, year of hastening the coming of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And, the title says, How Russia Could Win World War III in Just Minutes. A deadly cloud of debris raced toward the International Space Station after Russia blew up its own satellite to show its might. The terrifying problem, our forces rely on space tech to defend us. All right, and it says, Russia launched Nudal nuclear defense projectile in flex of missile capabilities. Experts say next war could be over in minutes, depending on who knocks out the enemy's communication and satellite navigation systems more quickly, right? And even if those systems stay up, what does the prophecy say in Joel, the 2nd chapter? Because we know the end of the movie, man, that we have the spirit of prophecy, so we know that America is going to be destroyed by nukes. All right, and that's biblical prophecy. Joel 2 and 8. All right, now this whole this few verses in the beginning of this chapter is going into the missiles. All right, the thermonuclear missiles. It describes them as a host, as an army. All right, basically, it says a great people and a strong in the second verse, but I want to get straight to the point. Joel 2 and 8, it says, neither shall, or the 7th verse, they shall run like mighty men. This is describing the missiles. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Right? They're gonna stay in the formation that the Lord determined, and they're not gonna break those ranks. Neither shall one thrust another, and they shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, which is talking about the missile defense systems, they shall not be wounded. Okay, and it's very difficult to hit to defend from one missile, especially if it's hypersonic. Let alone 200 million warheads, man. All right, so it says Russia launched Nudal nuclear defense projectile and flex of missile capabilities. Experts say next war could be over in minutes, depending on who knocks out the enemy's communication and satellite navigation systems more quickly. ISS crew, which stands for International Space Station, crew sheltered in escape pods for 2 hours after Russia blew up satellite. Comes as U.S. continues to warn of Russia buildup of troops on Ukraine border. Just before 7 a.m. GMT, I forget what that stands for, but that's a particular, it might be mountain time or something like that. All right. On Monday, the 7 astronauts on the International Space Station were abruptly woken up. A terrifying cloud of debris was hurtling in their direction, traveling at speeds of up to 17,500 miles per hour. Audio between Houston Mission Control in Texas and the station 250 miles above Earth captured the moment NASA flight engineer Mark Van High was roused. He was ordered to ensure the crew dressed in their spacesuits and entered their escape capsules after what Mission Control called a satellite breakup. We need to have you guys start reviewing the safe haven procedure, said Houston before talking the astronaut through the steps he needed to take. The orbiting debris cloud was rushing ever closer. If an object the size of a golf ball would have struck the station, the consequences could be catastrophic, rupturing the hull, depressurizing the spaceship, and killing everyone inside. Soon there would be at least 1,500 such objects heading their way. All right, it says the 5 astronauts, so on and so forth. You basically get the point. All right, this is a little, brothers can screenshot this and have a closer look. Or just Google this title of this article. It'll pop up. I could put it in the description as well. Make it easy for brothers. But essentially that in a sense could be viewed as an act of aggression, all right, or an act of war even. They knew the consequence of doing that. All right. But those missiles, man, the Russians have those hypersonic missiles and they're just flexing on them now. All right. And the Russians, they have the very advanced technology to destroy America. So let's go ahead and grab this. Isaiah 13, going straight to the point. And 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. The Medes is referring to the Russians, prophetically speaking. All right, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. There's no amount of money you could give them to buy them out, in other words. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. All right, so they know that when they fire those missiles here, men, women, and children are going to die. All right, but this is war. In Babylon, and this is what's coming, all right? In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, which that did not happen to ancient Babylon. So we know this is talking about a future Babylon, which is America, all right? Ancient Babylon is still inhabited to this day, all right? All right, in the region of modern-day Iraq is where Babylon was. Okay, and it's not desolate like how Sodom and Gomorrah is. Sodom and Gomorrah, nobody dwells there to this day. It's a desolate wasteland. All right, scattered with brimstone throughout. 20th verse, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Right, ain't gonna be no chicken and rice cart, you know. Ain't gonna be none of that, man. It's going to be straight up desolate. It's going to be a desert wasteland. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Right. So eventually, once the destruction settles and it's settled as a desert, okay, you're going to have certain desert creatures that's going to inhabit this place known as America. All right. But no man will ever dwell here. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. Right. All right. Again, going into those desert creatures. Her time is near. That's talking about America. And why is this great destruction coming to you? Because of what you've done to the Most High's people. He doesn't play about his people. Baruch 4 and 32. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. Right. Her pride shall be turned into mourning. And America is a place where there's a lot of pride, man. Because Esau, Edom, he's known as the proud in the scriptures. All right. The scriptures say that the most proud will stumble and fall. Okay. So because the ruler is, as is the ruler, so are the people that inhabit the city. And the city is America as a whole. All right. It says, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned to mourning. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure. And she shall be inhabited of devils for a long time, for a great time, right? The devils is talking about those same desert creatures we read about in Isaiah 13. See, the prophecies is basically saying the same thing. All right. So that fire is coming, and the Lord is raising up the spirit of the Medes. So that's those Russians. Okay, you people keep thinking it's a game. Keep thinking shit is sweet. But we know that judgment, prophecy is going to be fulfilled. Isaiah 9 and 5, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right. Traditional combat, men getting eviscerated, men getting a sword through the heart. All right. A spear, a battle axe, chop a man's head off, cut him asunder. All right. That's traditional warfare. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Right. Burning and fuel of fire. Okay. And that's going to become by the way of those missiles. And who's going to be the fuel for the fire? These wicked people. Revelation 11 And 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The third woe, which is World War III. And with that, that's going to be the coming of Yahushua. The missiles drop, and the elect are delivered up before the destruction hits. All right, so just a quick hit lesson going into some current events, measuring the time diligently as we're commanded to do. All right, and I'm going to give infinite praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rachah Quadash. Shalom until the next one.